Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, where today we're making good progress. Slowly, one by one, we're wiping out Dwarven factions, but I fear the Malefac's Painbringer may be about to pay the price. Is there enough space for me to get past Yadri Cragbrow? Like, if I were to go into full sprint mode here, we could make it as far as that? We'd be able to get away from Kazadni's Strongarm, but we definitely will still be in attack range for Yadri. And if Strongarm has enough underway movement to get over to here to be able to still serve as reinforcements in that battle, then this army is definitely dead, right? But I think the same thing's true in the... Like, I think there's no version of this where I don't get attacked by both of these armies. But this is the only one where there's at least a chance? Oh! There was an enemy ambush in the... Well, shit. You know what? I think we're just going to go ahead and take the death here. We could fight this out and try to narrowly survive the ambush. And then still get attacked by these other two armies and... Oh! It was in fact a decisive victory because the army that is in ambush stance here was tiny and weird. It's not clear to me why this army would choose to attack me. But I guess let's take what health we can get off of them and keep running. Oh, cool. And we earned a seasoned campaigner off of it. Yeah, if your army's in ambush mode and another army happens across you like that, you're allowed to wave off. You can just say, no, we don't take the attack. So that feels like like sort of an unforced error. But all right, I'll take it. So we're keeping Malefax. Malefax's skill points don't matter a huge amount right now. We're just trying to get him to 40 so that we can transition him over to being a demon lord who is still immortal. Yeah, what a weird little army that was. It was like a quarter of it was just characters and... I don't know. I don't know what they thought they were doing. Okay, so... Intiro is close. Can Intiro get to... Yes, Intiro can get to reinforcement range on Fildorf. Fildorf has one big army inside the actual settlement and nothing else around to back them up. I think we're going to push him.
There shall be no rest.
So obviously we'll start with the little army outside here. We'll get our lightning strike on. Thing is, we just show up and murk you, and there is no chance for your teammates to even come out of the garrison. I will say this though, they're trying to build something real over here. Great swords are pretty strong. Halberds are very dangerous against large. 54 melee defense. How much anti-large do they have? 16. So they're on like 45 melee attack against large. Most of their damage is armor piercing. Yeah. I don't remember if damage from the bonus versus traits is all armor piercing or if it is armor piercing in the same ratio as their normal damage, but in either case, that's a lot. And then obviously, Balthazar Guilt and the settlement garrison. Balthazar's army's a little bit scary with the tanks and everything. They also have kind of a lot of like crummy archers though, which are not going to be of any use to them against our army. And then, you know, the settlement garrison has a ton of halberds and great swords and a bunch of mortars, and it's pretty scary. Anyway, we just kill this one army completely trivially, recoup whatever health we can recoup off of that, and then we will just siege up here.
Dark princeling.
Run our secondary demon force into the support position. Fildorf falls pretty quickly, and then I think these are their only two remaining settlements after that. I think we can actually wipe this faction out and then move on to Carrick Hearn and probably knock them down pretty quickly as well.
I have no time for
we have to take and somehow hold on to Karakern itself, but we can leave the rest of this for our allies. Just let people fill in around us in the hopes that it will. Out of curiosity, how does this look now? We're reading a Pyrrhic victory. There's no reason to take it at Pyrrhic. We could let this situation evolve. Gosh, having such tight reinforcement timers, like having all of our units be so fast, really rules. I think we're going to let this, because we just spent all of our movement and everything, and also because Intiro's army is in march mode, and so they're tired, let's give this a turn. We'll burn some health off of them. We'll get the bonus of having a couple of siege towers finished, and then we'll actually take it next turn. We wouldn't be able to really go anywhere off of it anyway, so... And I don't think we're in any danger from standing here for a single turn. Okay, so the sort of knot of dwarves has moved south. I don't think that we need to be particularly concerned about... Well, maybe. I was going to say particularly concerned about Kedron's Starkeeper resettling Mount Silverspear with the Chaos armies right here, but it is kind of hard to know. We only have 6 allegiance with that faction, so we can't yet ask them to target something for us. I kind of want to go hit the high place again. Do we have the range for that? Cool, great. Yeah, and this force like recently settled it, so they are not in great health.
Very well, I'll move. Never stop.
Alright, get people in reinforcement range. We are going to really, really overdo this attack. No, but get through though. Just do the thing you're told. Why you always gotta argue?
Ruination and death.
And I said no. You are not allowed to have that, actually. Okay, so how much movement do people have left? Basically none. Could you... I mean, you could ambush mode, but I don't know it's gonna matter. If you're the only one who can, I don't think it matters. Okay. Well, you know what? We should ambush mode whenever we can, whenever it's not going to preclude any movement or anything, because there are a number of traits you unlock by being in ambush mode for a considerable amount of time, and we should try to have them. Oh, hey, Corona's friendly territory again. Cool.
Valkyr the Bloody! Without question!
Oh, we cannot reach them. It's so annoying. Get on land.
When I speak, they will listen.
Sorry, gifted units. Okay, one of the units of Hell Cannons is ready.
I am at my most dangerous when I'm bored.
2 turns until the next one. All right, she should be able to fill up here. And I guess we may as well...
Fury, endless carnage.
March mode. I really want it to be over with this fucking faction. I am so tired of them.
I'll move, I suppose.
And they have made it so difficult and have led us on a chase for such a long time. So we still don't have enough stuff here. Okay, there we go. Let's get some more of these. Some more Chaos Knights, sure. A couple units of Dragon Ogres. Seems good. That gets us to 16 with a composition that's a little dragon and monster heavy. We are not going to be able to... We're not going to be able to run Hell Cannons in this army for a while. So I'm wondering if the thing to do here is just to grab a bunch of Pink Horrors, just so we have some ranged. Because we're not going to be able to access our allied ranged units either for a while.
Destruction for all.
And then maybe we wrap it up with a Dragon Ogre.
Now is chaos.
And then we port out of here. But the question is, where does this army go? Where do we need an extra pair of hands? Our allies are doing our vassals, rather, sorry, don't, don't want to elevate them unnecessarily. Are doing a pretty good job over here, and I wonder if it might be wise to just... is this your last settlement? How badly are you doing? Okay, they own some stuff on the coast, too. But yeah, maybe we could come down here and provide some pressure on behalf of our vassal. Grom's doing okay in this area. We could lighten up the load on that and also maybe make some friends here.
God took.
Dude would go for a military alliance. I do kind of want access. Like, it would be cool. It would be cool, right, to have access to his units. Can you also give me some money? Thank you. I don't need it. I just feel like you should give it to me.
Dinner time afterward, right?
Sure. And that's money that we can use to build an outpost. They paid us for the outpost. Wait, hold on. Is that on this screen here? Okay, so yeah, it is on the war coordination panel is where you do this. All right, so Aquitaine would give us access to a fair number of things. We're trying to think, like, where do I think is least likely to get conquered? Apparently nobody's built anything in Paravon, but also... ooh, they do have spiders in Paravon. Massif Arkal has a larger selection of their units, including their Black Orcs, which are... they're cool, but I guess there's not really a situation where I would want a Black Orc, because they're basically just Chaos Warriors. Well, they're closer to Chosen, but yeah, they're sort of the same kind of critter. Castle Baston has a pretty good selection of units, including the spider. Is this Baston? So it's an alliance. It's a province capital, so it has walls. What's the garrison looking like? Only 12 units. I don't know. They've got forces in Paravon and stuff. We're gonna buy the upgrade anyway. So yeah, let's just do it here. I think this is where it'll be safest. All right. I do love to make friends. Actually, so we don't care about the other chaos factions. Okay. Crooked Moon thing is still going. Alright, back to it then. Why do I have... why do we have a notification there? I have no idea. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think Mercy's going to jump through the rifts over to there. The other option is, I guess, you know what? No, Mercy should come to the mountains because of the annoying thing that's happening over here at Carrick Cadron. Yeah, Mercy's just going to ride hard for that. It's going to take like 4 turns to get there. We're going to have to retake Carrick Cadron, almost certainly. I will not get there in time to stop them from taking it. And then we just be annoying.
Sorceress blast.
Try to stop these armies from being able to flee from us. All right, and yeah, your block is like pretty significant.
Excellent.
Who else? Karan Godslayer has somewhat limited utility right now. Can we kill this dwarf? Could, I suppose. Does it matter? Is it worth it? I don't know. Go assault this garrison instead.
Challenge me.
Oh, hey, look, it's Belagar Ironhammer.
I'll slaughter in your name.
See, that's a good piece of information.
My prayers are answered.
Does the presence of Belagar Ironhammer right here mean that I want to attack Fildorf this turn, actually? Because, remember, we're going to lose all of our movement in the wake of our victory. It's a Pyrrhic victory with medium casualties, but it wasn't actually going to kill anything in the army, right? We could play it out manually and try to get a better result than that. But yeah, you know what? I think I actually am going to take this because I don't want to be right here next to this settlement with no movement next turn. Yeah. Just burn it to the ground. Fuck their whole shit. Mission aborted because I didn't assassinate one of the characters that was inside the garrison. Oh no, and they're not quite close enough together to reinforce. I think it's not a big deal this turn, but it would have been if we had waited another turn. So I'm glad that we did that. So who else can we set? I mean, we could set outposts with our Norskins, but I don't think they have any units that would actually be very exciting for us. Oh, you know what? Okay, we could get access to like skin wolves and stuff. That's something. It's kind of just like they're not hugely different in actual application. Like I know they're quite different as units, but in terms of like filling spaces, doing things that we would want them to do, it's hard for me to imagine them as very different from like trolls. Yeah, I don't know. If one of these things had like the ability to get war mammoths or something, that would be pretty fun. But I think these minor factions are not going to they're not going to have the build up necessary. And we don't need berserkers when we have chaos warriors of Khorne who are just better in every way. Well, you know, I think berserkers do more armor piercing damage, but it's fine. So Be'lakor is not exactly going to be back to full power here. It's going to take a couple of turns to recover from the amount of damage we've just taken. I want to be real cautious for the next couple of minutes here.
Some call me the Dark Master.
What's up, Clan Eshin? I guess so. Out of curiosity. Okay, they're not interested in anything more. Fair enough. They're strength rank 3. We don't know where their lands are, but wherever they are, they're doing something. If we could get them to actually help us out a little bit, it might be really useful. Alright, well, Belagar Ironhammer's turn has already sped past, and he didn't show up over here, so that's a good sign for us getting to sort of take our time on our approach to wiping out this faction. Our allies are unfortunately doing that sort of just like idle milling around thing that they do sometimes. I don't know, were they over here because they thought they were going to attack Fildorf? And if so, why were they over here? Like, what about this position is good for doing that? They could have come across this bridge from, I don't know. Would be folly, I suppose, to spend too much time thinking about the AI's decision-making. That way lies madness. Kagan Bloodreaper is a master sorcerer now, and I'm not sure why. Is that not the one that requires you to, sorry, this is not the right person at all. I want the sorcerer who is in your army.
Mistress of Skulls.
Yeah. Okay, we can't see the thing anymore. I thought that was the one. I thought I was remembering that was the one that required you to be in a battle with another spellcaster in your army, which obviously we have not done. All right, so at the start of next turn, we should be able to recruit the other Hell Cannon. Are we in the right mode here? We're totally not. Yeah, minus 20% movement for enemy armies starting their turn in the province would probably have meant we could catch him. I had my commandments in the wrong mode. That's embarrassing.
Blood rage.
All right, let me pull Karan. Oh wow, good. You have a lot of movement. I'm gonna pull you down here. Fort Saul has a 20-unit garrison. Oh, it's a proper fort. It's like a pass guarding fort. Interesting. Mostly what I wanted to do was verify that there weren't dwarf armies waiting on, like, just on the other side of this. Let's go ahead and pick up the last point of that.
Lord of Torment. Ascended!
Yeah, we took a lot of damage. Alright, well, the fort doesn't have proper buildings in it, so we should take out Steingart first.
Harbinger.
And I am gonna send them as a group, even though taking out Steingart should be very easy, just because we're very wounded. Balthazar Gelt, are you back already? And also, how? Alright, decisive victory with low casualties. This is pretty much what I was expecting. The garrison here it's not nothing, but it's definitely like more basic units. Units who are not up to fighting a demon prince and some giants. Absolutely just burn that shit to the ground. Got ourselves a scroll of power. Dramatic decrease in cooldowns. I don't know who we might want to use that on. Alright, you can be sneaky, may as well. Yeah, I don't know what Ironhammer's doing. How did the Khemri... How did the Court of Liberis get control of this single territory in the middle? Okay. Very strange.
Yes, my ruinous power.
Does Malefex Painbringer run for Trelon? I don't actually think that's necessary, probably. I might have Mercy. Maybe Mercy just backs off here. The thing is, we're going to be suffering the whole way through. I'd really like to get back to... Let's just go back to Jufbar. I am going to have Mercy deal with this. My ally might handle it, but also probably not. Oh, let me put you in march mode before we start moving.
The gods direct me.
Okay, yeah, we could use a little bit of recovery time, and in fact, we did lose some bodies here. I'm not sure. What do we want to gain? I think I'm cool putting a Shaggoth into this army. It only has one giant currently. And then... Oh, these Chaos Trolls should definitely get Warband upgraded. We go ahead and do this as well. Actually, do we maybe want to do this differently? So, like, this army is in a part of the world where there are a lot of dwarves. We're going to be fighting a lot of dwarves for the foreseeable future. Like, the anti-infantry and the frenzy is pretty cool. You get frenzy on your halberd warriors too, though. And the halberd warriors have much better armor piercing damage. So you're sacrificing like 6 points of attack. Honestly, though, it might... Oh, man. Base weapon strength is so much higher. I do wish that like I could pin this so I could mouse over the damage breakdown on these units, but I am wondering if maybe these should just be halberd units instead. And then apparently if we make them halberd units, we can push them through this line and maybe turn some of them into Skull Crushers of Khorne, which actually might be worth having against the dwarves. Once again, we can't actually mouse over the thing to check, but it does. They have the armor piercing tag at the very least. Yeah, I'm gonna make these halberd warriors of Khorne instead of dual axers. It's more appropriate to the task that we are faced with on this side of the map.
I foresee destruction.
Look, I'm using a small amount of not brute force. Okay, this is going to be really annoying, because what I want to do here, obviously, is an overwhelming force attack against these dwarves. But moving around in this area is tough. I can't tell. It looks like I'm not getting my reinforcements.
My lord Sinch agrees.
I mean, I don't know. It looks like they're as close as possible.
A deluge of slaughter.
There's so much crap jammed into that. Okay, they're not giving me currently my reinforcements. I think we're not going to be able to make that happen, though. So I'm just going to take the fight as it is. Yeah, the pass is so completely fucking packed with units.
Now they will see true power.
We are definitely getting just like total misreports on the amount of movement that our units have remaining, I think.
Our fate is clouded.
Really want you to kill this dwarf unit so that we have some chance of an ambush here. Oh, 100%. Definitely going to happen. Alright, so it looks like one badly wounded army just trying to recover here.
Unmatched.
We'll go into encampment mode so that it looks even more urgent to disrupt us. And we might be able to draw forth some of these dwarf armies into a really bad fight. Alright, how much running? So much running. Why are you so fast?
My adoring hordes.
That said, it does look like it was not fast enough this time. This is what happens when you really prioritize movement all of the time on all of your armies.
What? Shall we decant the wine?
Alright, and then Sigvald needs to get over here because we are going to see this army bud again, I'm sure. It's just what they do. Yeah, and it's not until next turn that we can hire the thing. Okay.
Corn scays lingers.
Do we have any other stuff to do? We do not. Oh, right. I was going to replace Mercy.
Is chaos.
Mercy, not that you're not doing a great job, but Baradon is ready to take over again. Okay. We don't want any of the outposts we can currently take. And I guess this is the area to watch. This is the only area where I expect anything to happen. I just realized that I got waffles, or I got syrup on my top because I had waffles for breakfast and I'm very clumsy. Okay. I have a brief moment here while the enemy's turn sequence is running to try to de-syrup my clothing. I swear, I am such a menace to myself and others.
I am all your nightmares as one.
Oh, is it time to flip this thing? Okay, 3,000's fine. It is so funny how being at all strong, but also hated by the enemy, hated by like basically anyone anywhere, is a recipe for just like free cash all the time. Because they will do this, they will just declare war on you for no reason and then become afraid that you will annihilate them and pay you off. In the grand scheme of things, it's not an issue that is probably worth putting any effort into fixing. It's like a very, very minor, silly thing, but... Are you declaring war on me right now? Really? You have no... Do you have a single settlement and no army? Is that what I'm seeing? Alright, I mean, I'm going to burn their shit down. We already have an army on the way over to here, so... Fine. Fucking Broken Axe... The cowardice. The non-stop cowardice of the Broken Axe. I guess I need to uncheck them from the list. I don't really want to manage my list of allies that I'm calling to war every time we get attacked, though, because it's a very large list. That is some really deep cowardice, though. Okay, Mount Squighorn's an easy enough take. The Pillars of Grugni should be an easy enough take. This is the area where things are going to get a little complicated. Can we scout ahead a little?
I am chaos made manifest.
So even though it would be easy to have, like... Could you please just move into the damn pass?
To destruction. I veto this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's going to throw a tantrum because there's an agent there.
Despoilers come.
But I just want to make sure we're doing this with 2 armies, so we take like extremely minimal casualties. That was not as minimal as I was hoping. But anyway, it's very tempting here to just like surge forward and grab the Pillars of Grugni this turn as well, but I think doing so will turn out badly in the long run.
Stay unseen. Pause. Tread the paths of chaos.
So we're going to do our best to just be careful and quiet and wise here. Not really on brand for Chaos Forces.
The gods smile. We shall weave the fates. The gods direct me.
Again, just try to really underrepresent our force. Hopefully we can get dwarves to come forward in foolish ways. Otherwise, it's going to be actually very difficult to crack this whole area. And Balthazar Gelt's back at it again.
Time to break them. The demonic host.
Hold on. Wait until the reinforcements show up.
Dark princeling.
No, you don't want to...
Into darkness.
Part of the problem with having like physically larger characters... There we go. It's interesting that it's trying to initiate that battle with Intiro, which is not what I... No, you're good. I don't need you to retreat either. I just want you to stand still nearby.
Eternal.
Okay.
I slaughter stragglers.
All right, I absolutely did not click on the building. I don't want to fight yet. I want to just wait until next turn. This is a very strange bug that we are experiencing. Oh, it's saying intercepted by settlement, but like it's definitely not. I'm the attacker. And also the settlement's under siege right now. It can't intercept us. All right, well, you know what? Maybe we do in fact just do this. But we do it manually because it's gonna auto kill a bunch of my units otherwise. We can probably avoid that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it manually. I guess this is some functionality of the fort in Total War Warhammer 3 that it didn't actually have before. This thing where it declares attacks on you as you approach it. But it definitely seems like it must be bugged because there's no way that it is intended to attack you while it is under siege by another army. Right? That cannot possibly... It should be the case that it literally cannot do that. Oh, hey, all these Chaos Knights of Siege are high enough level to have been turned into Doom Knights. Probably should have done that before that would have been a good idea before the battle. So obviously we're gonna let Bellacor's army take the lead on a lot of this. It does look like these little protrusions on the wall mark the tower positions, so it does look like they're going to have forward shooting positions on us no matter where we set up, though, which is a real shame. All right, let's all cant to one side, so at least it's only one tower. And honestly, there's not a lot of strategy to apply to this part. Just kind of put everybody into a relatively tight little area here. Spread the hell cannons out a little bit more than that. But yeah, so we can shoot at anything that is right there, and... Okay, that totally worked. They set up their entire army all the way over here. So this tower's... the tower ranges are so wide, like the cones are so wide in this game, that there's no chance we could have gotten away with just not getting attacked. Even if we were very close to the wall, as you could see. But we can definitely minimize the damage here. So, I think I'm going to... Let's just, instead of targeting a unit with the hell cannons, I'm going to do the ground target here by holding Alt. Just kind of fire in the middle of this area. I don't know... Okay, those arrows drew in sensible ways. And then we should drop some magic on them as well. Maybe some firestorms behind the walls or something. A lot of fire magic doesn't work on the wall, sadly. Maybe blow these guys up real good. Let's try that. Yeah, pretty solid, actually. The Manticore is rampaging instantly, which sucks a ton. I should definitely remember to hit boom. That Manticore may very well just charge forward and die on purpose. I hate Rampage so much. Let's just drop a Flamestorm like here. There's not too many places for it to wander randomly, so... But yeah, that Manticore is dead for sure. There we go. It's gonna go in the one direction it can go in. Okay, so our reinforcements are arriving, and this is the time to commit. Question, a very real question I have is: do I want units climbing up the wall immediately? The fact that we've just sort of... It was decided for us that we are pushing here probably does mean I want to be a little bit more aggressive than I might otherwise have been. A lot of this stuff, I kind of want to just rush the wall. Like, let's send the giant and the dragon ogres, basically all of the monsters. Just go straight to that gate. Just open that shit up. Our flyers are going to report to this the front here immediately. We're going to take some tower fire, but that's extremely whatever. The hell cannon needs to get to probably about here. And the rest of the army is just in sort of generic approach mode. Just get up there and we'll figure it out later. This force. I think I am going to have the cav and the monsters from this army move this way. Apparently some of you didn't get the order. Please go. These ranged, actually same deal. I don't want them throwing gas bombs up there. But do we want the melee... I'm kind of thinking I might just send these Forsaken home, actually. They're a little hard to control in combat, and they're not super squishy. I mean, in terms of their armor. Obviously, they have 21 melee defense. If they become the focus of anyone's attack, they're dead. Yeah, I'm just going to have them fall back, actually. Just go ahead and get out. But the aspiring champions, let's have the aspiring champions try to take the wall. I think we should be able to manage that. So I probably want to... We got to wait a second on this. But yeah, I want to just fly up and drop in on the back side of these great swords. Or... Well, the handgunners have mostly disengaged from the wall already. I'm not going to worry about them. Oh, right. We have our Rod of Torment as well. Just a nice bombardment. Yeah, let's bombard some handgunners as we approach. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Speed up. It will increase the damage the charge does very slightly. Kind of just fire everything. Leadership and defense for our poor Manticore, who's going to get its ass just absolutely wrecked by these enemies. The Hell Cannons should probably stop firing into the melee at this point and, like... Yeah, maybe just kind of fire generally there. Is that... Oh gosh, are you going to interpret that as a move order? Let's hope not. We could keep an eye on it. Nope, okay, they're just cranking back and aiming. Alright, they're not going to get over the wall every single time, which is a shame. We actually have the magic coming in really quickly here. So, what do I want to do with all of these winds of magic? Do I want to wait for Be'lakor to show up and cast a Be'lakor spell? I think I probably just want to drop more fire damage, honestly. Maybe... So that's a scattered unit of Empire Knights. I might just want to do, like... We're a couple seconds off of Flamestorm, but just like a Flamestorm right here and hope it wanders in a productive way, maybe? Or... Overcast Burning Head's not actually very expensive. Yeah, let's do that. That should be impressive. Yeah, it's doing all right. All right, they're firing mortars at our troops on the wall here, which is great for us because it means that they're hitting a lot of their own troops. Just hurling dudes down off the wall. Sure, leadership up for nearby armies. Let's kill the melee attack of this force. Ooh, you know what I didn't realize? Those halberds got up on the wall really fast. Those guys are definitely the highest priority. The halberds could actually do real damage to our demons. But I think our demon lords are going to just take this corner of the wall, and the enemy has sacrificed a lot of their. The enemy has sacrificed a lot of their, what do you call it? Sort of the elitist, most powerful melee troops. All right, enemies be affected by garbage. All right. So let's reorient the firing for these things. I want to keep manually, I want to keep telling them to fire at particular areas on the ground, because I am very worried that if we tell them to fire at particular enemies, we're going to see a lot of movement from them, which would be disastrous. If we have hell cannons attempt to approach the wall, we're going to see a lot of dead hell cannons. Okay, so that arc doesn't really work. Again, we'll relaunch Boom on both of you. You definitely need the move speed boost. You're doing a terrible job. Okay, most of us are still approaching. They are taking control of this tower, which is making this a less safe place to be. So why don't y'all group up over here instead? You lot just continue what you're doing, though. I like very much the plan of killing that gate quickly. Oh, I have a group of Chaos Warriors here who, you know what, can also just leave the battlefield. We don't need them to be present. Okay, back to demon stuff. Who else has abilities? Oh, we should definitely refire Mortal Blow. Mortal Blow should be up as much as possible. Gosh, look at the rate at which we are drawing mana down. We have so many modifiers. This rules. This is a very powerful faction. Do we want a portal glyph? Like, does it matter right now? Probably not. Oh, we could send a unit of Chaos Furies to attack their mortars and their handgunners, though. That's probably worth doing. And you're the only one who has that ability in this battlefield. Okay, so now that that's done, we do kind of just control the wall. We panicked all of their troops clean off the wall. And the choice with the flying units now is like fight or redirect onto, or to follow those units and try to permanently break them, or redirect onto other stuff. I think I'm going to have Jorhul try to chase down the fleeing halberds. He's already in the air. Let's have the other demons. They still do have a fair number of halberds up. Yeah, breaking these swords would probably be a good idea. Let's have the two proper demon princes fly over and try to make that happen. Because we want control of the wall. And the aspiring champions can... Here, I'm going to put them up here because I want to summon these units down on the ground and then have the aspiring champions jump down in front of them. We will just create ourselves a little bit of a ranged position. The Manticore is still going to do whatever the Manticore wants to do. Is that gate going? Okay, gate's just about open. Alright, so y'all can, at this point, I think... I mean, I guess I can just summon them facing the wrong way. It's not a big deal. And Jorhul didn't do the thing I said, so... Ugh, this is really ugly. There's so many fucking halberds. Alright, I am going to issue specific unit attack orders here. And we're in guard mode, right? Okay. They definitely have clean shots on these units right now. And hopefully that will not change. So I don't think we're going to have to climb the walls. I was thinking that some of these melee units were going to be engaging in some scaling shenanigans. But it looks to me like we are probably just going to be able to go in through the door. Y'all were definitely asked to flee. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Get back here. Oh, the Shaggoth isn't on door duty, really? Weird. We have part of a unit of halberds here. I'm going to drop a single unit damage spell on them. If I overcast this, okay, all it does is increase the range.
Acceptable. Fear me. I am ascended. Witness Witness me, godson.
All right. Demon artillery's in position. So let's get these units now onto the ground. We're getting refrenzied already. Not a huge surprise. Yeah. Reposition like this, please. Okay, and the Chaos Furies have done exactly what they were supposed to do, even without me, like, babysitting them, which I love. Oh, look, it's Balthazar Gelt himself. Jorhul, your job just changed. That guy's a legendary lord, but he's also a fucking wizard. I do not fear Balthazar Gelt. Looks like the Manticore is focused on him as well.
Slanish's perverse glory.
Hooray, I love Slanish's Perverse Glory. Perverse Glory is one of my favorite kinds of glory. Alright, I don't know where the Manticore is going. But yeah, Jorhul is going to rip this dude apart in the air. There's no chance for survival on this one. He agrees. Alright, this is going the way we expected. The gate is open, and have they charged a unit of knights in? Yeah, makes sense. Bring the lances to bear against the large units. Sure. They have fire coming out of this tower, despite the fact that we are completely demon lording them. As long as any of them are alive, they get to keep doing that. Okay, you have committed somewhat deeper than I was expecting. I think it's fine. Just like, if you could turn around and... Oh, that's normal spears. I don't actually care about their attack. Yeah, turn around and just throw this on these halberd guys real quick. And... do we need to cast a spell? I mean, I guess... melee defense up on Intiro himself. And also, let's pop some abilities here. Yeah, weapon damage up. This isn't going to do anything for you at the moment. This is, though. Yeah, just finish those guys off. And as soon as we've defeated the Empire Knights, the rest of the army comes blazing through. This is going pretty badly for our opponents, honestly. The Manticore is no longer panicked. We can have it re-break these units over here. Bellicor, my dude, can you please disengage? Okay. There we go. And we are through. So, Dragon Ogres charge there. Chaos Trolls show those horses who's boss. And it's probably... it would be ideal for it to be monsters first. I would love to have the Shaggoth. You know, there's not even that much left to fight. Go fight those guys, I guess. And we could send our own units of cavalry through as well. Our health is not awesome, but we do have the shielding. All right, you know what? Y'all just withdraw entirely. I'm gonna have these units withdraw entirely as well. They've suffered enough bombardment damage that they probably are just not... they're not going to be able to meaningfully participate in the battle.
Slaves to darkness.
Alright. Countercharge will break them real fast. Yeah. Cool fort. It's a shame you couldn't be bothered to defend the walls or the interior courtyards or the... Total loss is 5. 5 bodies down. The combined force of Intiro and Bellicor and Jorhul is just the 3 of them together. And I guess the Manticore. I shouldn't discount the amount of damage the Manticore did. It did kill 36 people on that wall. Yeah, just terrifying. The Hell Cannons were able to rack up a lot. Well, one of them was. But yeah, Intiro kills 180 people by himself. A significant portion of that is the fire spells down in the courtyard. And yeah, I get it. I get the surrender as soon as the walls are breached, because if I had seen that thing up on the corner wall occur, I also would be like, oh, this battle's not worth fighting. We are not accomplishing anything here. Unfortunately, this is going to be a raise, so we're going to be stuck here in the pass for a turn, which I don't love, in terms of our exposure to dwarves.
We can always use more pawns.
Oh, I guess because it attacked us, I'm allowed to subjugate them. I'm not going to. We're just going to annihilate the faction. Bellicor, dude, what the fuck? Okay, that's a really large distance for you to retreat. That is a huge...
For the gods of chaos.
What makes that so different from instance to instance? Very strange. Yeah, go kill their runesmith if you can.
Ruination shall consume you.
All right, that'll help a little bit against this army. And that was without most of the skill points in Assassinate. Charon Godslayer is just like remarkably competent, shockingly competent. Malefic's Painbringer is... I mean, we should hire something. I guess a unit of... Yeah, Dragon Ogres range this far south, I guess.
Spread ruin on them. Destruction for all.
How is the vampiric corruption in this region so high? What are you all doing? I guess, like, technically, this Nashrak's Lair is the same region as this bit of ground here. So technically, we are adjacent to a vampire count area. And because we don't have real buildings, we're not able to build the stuff that would pour out the real chaos corruption.
Spread ruin on them.
Alright, so you're doing what you need to do. You should probably not be in march mode, though. No sense in you being exhausted the whole time.
Stop that.
Okay. They're close enough to get to siege, which means we can't just sit in here.
For chaos. Agreed. Mortals will quail. I'm a rune lord, not some smith.
It's a pretty big force, though. I don't know. We may just be fucked on that one.
Demon Prince.
Alright, so we did this stuff all this turn. Let's check in on the... Oh, they didn't really move. We might actually have them.
Moving, father.
Also, hooray, Sigvald gets to
Valkyr the Bloody.
move basically as far as we want all the time, which rules.
This is not an option.
My prayers are answered.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm allowed to devote you to people. I mean, do we want to grab a mark? I probably want to grab Frenzy, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Closer to demonhood.
mark you of Corn. Win a battle with a unit of Skull Crushers in your army. That's going to be awkward. Well, I mean, fortunately, it's not actually a skill that's very relevant.
Save your skulls!
Oh, right. It did turn you into, like, technically a different unit, though, so I have to reallocate. Okay.
Consort of Corn!
And it is finally fucking time for this to be over with. Let's throw this on, I guess, one of the units of Chaos Warriors. The Banner of Rage is giving bonuses that are very close to Frenzy. On some cavalry or something. Oh, right. Sorry, this is the army that has the Skull Crushers. He is, in fact, going to get that.
Spare none!
Okay.
Chains are all the weak deserve.
I think that's it. I think we did it. Fucking finally. It is turn 180. I don't know how long we've been working on that, but we did it.
Het woman!
Okay, so I have to imagine you're pretty close to like all of your skill points, right? No, remarkably not, actually. This is terrible. I don't know what the hell. The AI is so bad at skill points. Legion of Doom. Ooh, she has a different thing. She has one that gives a huge amount of melee attack to all of the buffed units, which extremely makes sense and, frankly, is way better than the other one. They can't deal damage to you if you've killed them. That, I think, is the primary thing to remember about combat strategy. Do we want to pick up... No, I probably want to push to Arcane Conduit and then come back for that stuff. Let's just get both of our fire spells. And our Exalted Hero of Corn. Oh, wow. He can gain standard die. That's interesting. 5 additional melee attack plus 5 bonus versus infantry is interesting. Oh, we're doing this. Yeah. Strategy beats tactics. It's pretty consistent. Actually, should I be taking... We might actually do the hard to hit before we finish out Deadly Blade. Just because dude's melee attack is already fine. He's doing fine. We're going to give him some Armor of Destiny. Oh, he looks very good and cool. Do we have... Yeah, we have plenty of spare weapons because we got all these double crescents. That said, plus 18% weapon strength is very real. Ooh, the Tormentor Sword is also exciting on him. I think I just want a big chunk of damage, though. While this gives some defense, while also giving attack and weapon strength. No, I just want the big chunk of damage. He's got enough attack already. Spell resistance is not very good, but it is better than an empty spot. That said... Oh, we have a Luckstone. Yeah, he's going to be a very, very competent melee combatant. Leadership down for all enemies around you. Speed down for all enemies around you. The speed down is probably more appropriate on like a cavalry unit or something. Something that's going to be able to get into position to actually use it. The idea is solid with him, but I'm afraid he will never... he'll never get to apply it.
Reforged for murder.
And then I don't actually need you to go after Felicion. Oh, also, I may need you to play defense here. Let's take a turn of friendly area replenishment. And then, yeah, apparently we are like properly under attack. Sigvald and Volkia have work to do. I feel like things have gotten a little bit dynamic over the last episode or two. Situations are really changing in ways that are it's fun. It's fun and exciting. So let's keep an eye on what's happening over here in Dwarf Town through the sequence of enemy turns. Okay, cool. Chaos Warriors took that over. I figured they would. Oh, hey, it's Clan Eshin. I guess they're over here somewhere. Yep, okay. Apparently empty settlement with 97 chaos or Skaven corruption. They're like in this area. Is this one of theirs? Probably not, with all the chaos. Oh, hey, it's the Black Fortress. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's keep an eye, like, right here. Oh, who hasn't moved? Oh, he moved. I moved him. Just being difficult. Do we actually have a building upgrade available? Oh, right, yeah, sorry, we have a... wait, where's this? Dagrak's End. Oh. Huh. I guess I just kind of assumed that we were mostly done with upgrades over there. Over here, it's going to be a minute because we have to get to 4 population. But we're going. We're going as fast as we can. The Empire still has not declared war on us. This is like basically their only opportunity to retake Nuln. If they don't figure this out by the time we're done with these dwarves, I think they're just doomed. And I'm going to try to avoid actually dealing with Clan Angrund. I do not want to. How many dwarves can one person fight, you know? Before it just breaks something deep down inside them. We could probably afford to, I haven't really been thinking about our set of gifts, but we could probably afford to fill up all of our gift slots at this point. The fact that we're paying 600 souls per turn has turned out to be completely irrelevant. Our rate of income is slightly higher than that. I am wondering if maybe we do want to set another portal up near Carrick Cadron. Aha! The thing worked. Malefex's ambush totally worked. Alright, the settlement garrison's going to suffer, but yeah, we will consume one of these Angrund armies as it positions, which means the other one is no longer really capable of fighting us. If their armies could just move in lockstep, if you could like move armies as a formation, that tactic would not work, but it's tremendously effective due to the one-at-a-time nature of this game. And I mean, that's, you know, it makes sense. The units getting tucked into the army is supposed to be, like, roughly representative of... Yep, sure. Supposed to be roughly representative of sort of, like, the limited ability of logistics to function over large groups. How many people can you really get moving in the same direction at the same time without the without the internet to issue commands over? I think it's interesting that they took it. Maybe they're planning to recruit or something up there. That rules. The northern provinces have been obliterated. That makes my life so much easier. Malefex found himself an ogre blade as well. Okay, Wild Hunt is happening. Not really a big concern to me right now. Kill the Templehof guy for 1,000 gold. Gee, what is it, my birthday?
This was expected. Never stop.
Okay, 3 full-sized Dwarven armies, 1 more building in the area. 2 more sort of nipping at our heels. Our allies are keeping Kalidor off our back, though. And potentially even ready to run in here, although obviously it would take them a while to do so. I have high hopes. This campaign is playing out really well here. I mean, when I say this campaign, I mean this push through the mountains. Obviously, the game as a whole is also going fairly well. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to overstate things. But to be perfectly honest with you, I think we might be able to finish resolving this mountain dwarf fighting nonsense, and then hopefully just get our armies out of narrow passes for the rest of the game. Wouldn't that be lovely? And we'll see you then.